Transformers will return.
All right, and we are now live for another edition of Megatron Draws, and today we are back working on some more penciling and ink sketches. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some more Copa coloring streams going in the next couple months. But for now, we're sticking with our inks because I just haven't had enough time to work on anything this week, or to get anything ready for a colored stream. So we're just gonna keep doing our inks, and yeah, today we're doing Skywarp from G1 Season 1. Although it could be any of the Seekers because all the Seekers kind of look the same. So, but I'm feeling more Skywarp here with this one. So, because I haven't drawn Skywarp before, I think I might have drawn him once. No, yeah, I think I've drawn it a couple times, but it was a long time ago. But I see Jacob in the house. Good to see you, man. How's it going, man? All right. So yeah, so not much to it, I guess. We're just gonna be starting. We're pretty much almost ready for inks. Actually, I started this one this morning. Just kind of think about characters to draw, and I was like, let's just do Skywarp. Yeah, because why not? He's one of my favorite characters. So just because, out of all the Decepticons, I think that if I were to say which Transformers character was the most like me personality-wise, I think it would be Skywarp, honestly. Because he's kind of like the jackass of the Autobots or Decepticons. Like he's kind of a jackass on the team. Yeah, that's kind of my personality. Like he's always like shit talking Starscream, always just shit talking everybody. Yeah, it's a funny character, and it's kind of how I do things in life. A bit of a shit talker myself, but in a more nice way. I'll just say that for the most part. And I see that Silverbolt is trouncing everybody in the poll there. So yeah, kind of came up with that poll last minute. I was like, season 2 Autobots. Let's see what one likes. Gotta kind of come up with better questions than that though. Well, maybe we'll do like ones like based on like which episodes you like the most, or yeah. But yeah, and this is like a very simple sort of a pose for Skywarp here. I was working on another pose this morning, but it didn't really turn out very well, so I kind of came up with this on the spot. And I think it works a little better. It kind of speaks to his personality a bit. It's kind of being a bit more cocky, a bit more, Skywarpish. And the goal is to kind of have him like look like he's kind of coming out of his warp, like he's kind of like warping out into the frame, so to speak. Just because that's kind of his main sort of ability, which I think he only uses like 2 or 3 times in the actual show. He doesn't really do it. Although he had a big role in IDW a little bit later on, where Galvatron kind of uses that ability to kind of fight the Autobots and stuff. Yeah. Just trying to almost ready to add inks to this actually. Been working on all day. So yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna close up the YouTube just to make sure there's no issues with that. I'll just pull up my phone real quick just to read the chat in case there's something of value you need to take care of. All right, I'm not going to focus too much on the wings just yet, just because it's you kind of want to save the wings for last when you're doing a character like this, just because you want to make sure like the more stuff in front is taken care of first. So I'm not too concerned, just kind of roughing a basic idea of what I want to do the wings. But I kind of want to I might do like more angled wings. I think that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, I think we're ready for inks pretty soon. Just want to square out the hand right here, and then actually I just want to touch up some areas here and there. Just trying to see if just trying to make sure the proportions are good, and then kind of move from there. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of like these little vents here. I'm using the toy I got right now as reference for like different like little details here and there for him. And actually, on the toy I have, he doesn't. Yeah, he's supposed. I think he's supposed to have like these little turbines here, but I don't think there's. But in my toy, he doesn't have that. It's just all blacked out. So got to add that in later. But yeah, just gonna get this cockpit here squared off. Let's see. Okay. Let's add some little basic neck details here. I'll move the camera in just a little bit more. It's a little high up. I wish there should be an actual like zoom function on this webcam though. It'd make things a lot better. But other than that, it works great. So all right. Trying to figure this leg here. So I kind of want to have the turbine show, even though I don't think it's supposed to show off in the cartoon model. But I prefer to have a little bit of spice to the robots. I like to show like little things like that, to kind of emphasize what this character turns into. So like having like little turbines on the foot. Whereas in the cartoon, I think they kind of hide that part of them. So the same thing with like wheels. I like to show like wheels on the characters instead of like just covering them up, because a lot of Transformers they'll turn to a car, but then they'll have like a panel like covering up the wheels and stuff. And it's like, I kind of like to see that stuff. Just little subtle things like that I like to add when drawing. Okay, just make sure everything's lined up. Get a ruler real quick. Okay, that's fine. All right, should be good. All right, so I want to get this hand right here figured out, just make it a little bit more full, and then we'll start inking. It's just kind of a mess right now, which is how I usually draw hands anyway. So, because it's just hands are a pain in the ass. But luckily, Transformers are a little bit easier than human hands because you don't have to be too like anatomically correct because they're robots. So, and some people draw Transformers hands. They try to go a bit more squared off, or they try to go a bit more rounded off, which I kind of prefer to. Well, for me personally, I kind of try to draw the male Autobot Transformers with more boxy hands, like the more squared off ones, and then the female Transformers with more rounded hands. I think it makes them a little bit more different from each other. So Although some people will draw like the Transformers, like give them a bit more rounded off hands, which is fine too. But I tend to prefer the more. I just think it makes them look more powerful. You know, they have more squared off looking hands. All right, we got the basic shape going. So we get his thumb a bit more pronounced there. Yeah. All right. So I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to start some inking. Let's get the face going first. 0.03. Just get a blank sheet of paper. Yeah. Just gonna test out my pens here. Hey Java, how's it going, man? Yeah, actually, I'll just unmute myself real quick. I just need to sneeze. All right, I'm back. What the fuck's going on with that? Whatever. But hey, Java, how's it going, man? Just working on Skywalk here. Very tired. My little bro woke me up. Yeah. 3 a.m. Yeah. Perfect time to be waking up. Where's my Play-Doh 3 that I like to use? They're all dying on me. There we go. That's my new one. Yeah. Just gonna start with the eyes here. Okay. Yeah. All right. Stupid eraser or mouse. After work has been such a pain in the butt, man. Yeah. Just pull up 0.01 or 0.1, not 0.01. I don't think they have a 0.01. At least not in the art stores I go to. So I wouldn't know. Okay. I'll try and fix something real quick. Yeah, something a little bit off. What? Oh, maybe this one's just. Okay. Here, I'm just gonna erase a little bit. Just a tiny bit. All right, that should be good. Okay. You gotta use the 0.1 now. I like to have more thicker lines. Ooh, I made that neck a little too thick. Yeah, I'll make it work. Oh, all right, that's another thing I need to fix later. Went a little too far there. That's all right. Easy fix. Oh shit. I think I just fucked it up. So let's go straight down. All right, don't worry. Thanks, man. Yeah, no problem, Java. Just gotta get some white on that later. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with my nose. I think I might be catching something. I don't know. I doubt it because I don't really get sick that often, but it's one of those things. I haven't gotten sick in years, actually. Like, really, really sick. Invaders trying to live in your nose. Yeah, exactly. These things are actually usually a pain in the ass to draw on Starscream, just because they always have. It's hard to kind of balance to not like get in the way of the head and stuff like that. It's kind of annoying. I just had it a little bit behind the head, so to speak. That will work fine. Actually, I'll put my ruler for this. That way, the lines are kind of consistent here. So, all right. I also like to use this. I can't remember what it's called, but it's this kind of a rounded sort of ruler. I like to use a lot for Transformers, especially because they adds a bit more of a rounded edge to the lines rather than just being a boring, straight line. Just adds a bit more personality, I suppose. Makes the character pop a bit more because it can be kind of boring if it's just a plain, flat sort of boxy shape, All right, I'll leave the side there because I want to do the arm before I touch anything here. No, do that. Shit. I think I fucked that up. It's a little off. Not too long. I don't think I can actually die. That's probably my pencils. I usually do too harsh of lines. That's why. All right, I can actually fix that then. I'll just make this one a little bit thinner. There. All right. Not a lost cause. Yeah, keep those clean, my guy. And then freeloaders did in there. Exactly. Yeah, they want to help with the rent. That's fine, but they can stay as long as they want. Other than that, they get the fuck out. Okay. Cockpit. All right. Let's get the side here. Oh, let me get this one. It's a little. Yeah, I think it works actually. It works a bit more squared off there. All right. As far as I'm going. That's a little off. It's okay. So yeah, so in the new, not much has happened lately. But in terms of like stuff I'm more keen on, the Overwatch news I've kind of heard. It's very weird stuff going on with the new game coming out. Something I wanted to talk about a little bit in this stream here, which I find I'm not really the biggest gamer in the world, so I won't know a lot of the technicalities behind a lot of these things, but I find it really weird, a lot of the business practices though. It's like, because now it's like you can't really play the game the way you would normally, or rather, for newcomers, it's gonna be really weird. Really, I think, because now new players have to sort of grind a lot in order to actually fully unlock the experience of the game, which is really stupid. Because the first game, you didn't have to do any of that. In the first game of Overwatch, you didn't have to, like basically they're making it so that you have to play at least 100 games before you can actually unlock all the characters and stuff like that, which wasn't really a requirement in the first game. So I'm just like, what are you fuckers doing? It's like, all right. So that's another thing. And obviously there's a lot of like really weird stuff going on with the BattleNet where you basically have to give up your phone number in order to access your account or whatever, or have your account approved or whatever. Like, it's really weird, shady stuff going on there over at Blizzard, which is a shame because I really liked the first Overwatch game, at least, in terms of like story, in terms of characters and whatnot. I really liked what they were going for. Just the game itself kind of started to fall off really quickly, because they kept patching things and they kept on adding things and they kept on not adding things. There's a lot of like issues with the game from a gameplay perspective and stuff. Like, there's a lot of balance issues, but like I got into the game because of the story mode, honestly, or rather the story behind the game. Because obviously there's no actual like story mode unless you count like the little events in April, I think is when they have them, where they have they have a little bit of the lore sort of explored a little bit in those game modes where you play against AI. You play, I think one of them you play as Blackwatch. You played as team, like when they were first getting started, or not when they were first getting started, but when Tracer was first being added to the team, and whatnot, or rather, like I think it was like supposed to be like her first big mission in that storyline or in that mode. So, which, I mean, those were fun. I think I like those the uprising events and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. But I think but because I got into the games because the animated shorts that I've been seeing, and I kind of think that, and I was like, this is like something I really want to see as a movie and stuff like that. And so they never really, did anything with it until now, and now they're kind of like, I think it's going to be the story mode. There is going to be a story mode, but I think that's going to be released next year. So, honestly, modern gaming has been lackluster. Not saying older games were perfect, but felt more polished. Yeah, it really just feels like they're just releasing games, unfinished on purpose, just so they can make people buy other things, or so they can get money from selling the product and whatnot, and then they can just fix the game later and make it better. It's just like, I don't know. So like, I'm not gonna have a problem, honestly, playing the game because I already have the first game. So like, basically, you have to get you probably should get the first game if you're going to get Overwatch 2, or if you want to play Overwatch 2. I mean, because they're gonna be closing up the servers on Overwatch 1 anyway, so which is stupid, but I mean, whatever. All right, get the arm going there. Let's get the forearm. So yeah, that kind of blows a little bit, with the game. And it's a shame too. I was really looking forward to this game. When they first announced it. Like, I was like, excited that we're actually going to finally get like a story mode for this game. That's what I've been really waiting for. I want to see where the story's going and whatnot. So the shorts have been amping me up. I want to see where the story's going. But now it's just like it feels like it's gonna be a little bit lackluster. Not lackluster. I mean, I don't know, but it feels like the game's gonna be kind of. It could very well flop, because of this, unless we underestimate Blizzard's fan base and whatnot. But you never know. I mean, it is a Blizzard, so they are very popular and whatnot, and I've had a very loyal and strong like fan base for a while now. So. But I mean, I do think that the 5v5 was actually pretty balanced. Actually, I kind of played a little bit when the beta came out, and aside from Junker Queen and kind of Sojourn, I don't really like because, well, I'm a Widow main, so and Sojourn's a fucking fast little shit, and so she's kind of a pain in the ass to hit. She has a really fucking small hitbox. It's really annoying. And she's really fast and small, and she has a bunch of bullshit. But and Junker Queen character, she's fucking annoying to fucking fight. Like she's like so many different abilities she got. I'm just like, how the fuck am I supposed to kill this bitch? So yeah. But I think that I like the 5v5 mode because it kind of makes my job as Widowmaker a little bit easier because they can't run a double shield anymore, which was annoying in the first game. Where you have like a Reinhardt and then a Orisa or whatever. It's fucking nashes. So at least I can say one good thing about it. But yeah, but I mean, the game kind of got a little bit stale as it kind of progressed because they didn't really do a whole lot. Like my main issue was that they didn't really do a whole lot of a lot more with the seasonal events. I thought that would be kind of cool if we actually got more. Like they didn't really do anything new with the Junkenstein Revenge thing or anything like that. Like I was like, why can't we get like a new like a payload map of that or something like that? But that'd be kind of cool. Like I just did the same thing over and over again for the past couple of years. So I was just like, it's getting a little boring. Yeah, B4B overall, I think. Never played that. I don't think. Like I don't really play a whole lot of games. Like honestly, like I'm very selective of what games I play because I don't really have a whole lot of time to play them. All right, I think I made this. Let's look at my Sky Warp here. Just see if there's any little details I missed I can add. Hey, Boset. Oh, Back for Blood. Yeah, I never played that game. Sorry, man. So I wouldn't really be able to tell you. But how's it going, Boset? Like his diaper or his waistline going. They marketed for it being the spiritual successor of the Left 4 Dead series, but yeah. Oh yeah, gotcha. Not doing too bad. Both it. I think I'm starting to get a little bit of the sniffles, but other than that, I'm doing great. I don't know what fucking happened. Like, I haven't been sick all week, all year, and now all of a sudden I'm getting some sort of thing. I don't have any allergies, so I don't know what's going on with my nose. So it's weird. Yeah. But the show must go on, so as long as my fingers still work, I can color and draw and all that. All right. Plus, we're halfway there, so no point in stopping now. Yeah. Most like I would be. I wonder with Prime. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, I think honestly speaking, though, if I was like in terms of personality, I think it's Skywarp that I'm most like. Honestly, if I was to be a Decepticon. I kind of explained it earlier, but yeah, he's kind of like a jackass sort of Decepticon. He's kind of an asshole to everybody. So I think that's kind of like me a little bit. If you've seen me on Mackie 90s or Mara's like Twitch streams, you know that's kind of like how I am. But I mean it with love. I mean it with love. So there's the only difference between us in the real world. It's kind of like little shape here. I think I'll make this just a little bit thicker so it lines up with the shape. To me, I find it weird that some people try to say stop comparing these two series when they are going to deliberately use the spiritual successor of the Left 4 Dead type for. Yeah. I mean, people often disappoint you. Yeah, it's just kind of how life goes sometimes. How's the foot go? Hold on. Oh, it's a little weird. It's shaped. There. Like that. And I'll just. This foot kind of sticks out a little bit. Or. I can't remember what it's called on the plane, but. There. Do this. Now in the cartoon, he doesn't really have the wings on the legs showing, but I like to show off the wings a bit because it's kind of like, because sometimes I like having like little parts of the vehicle but actually visible. So I just kind of redraw it. So it's not really accurate to what I'm supposed to be basing it off of. So I just drew a basic shape there just a couple minutes ago. So all right, so should go. that. Something more like this. Yeah, should be good enough. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, the Decepticons turn into cooler things. They turn into jets and tanks, you know. Yeah. All right. Let's get this guy. All right, that should be good enough. That's one leg down for the most part. All right. Now for this one, I'm still kind of working out. At least the foot here. Should I just cut it out entirely? Here, let's get my guy here. Okay. Just trying to get the or what the shape of it is, how the turbine kind of goes. So just erase. Which I think the leg's a little bit short. Yeah, it looks a little short, but I think it's kind of the point to make it look like it's a bit more in the back, but I'll make it just a little bit longer, just to bring it down just a little bit. While still kind of giving that effect that this one's a little more closer to the viewer's eye, so to speak. So his leg foot goes like this. No, just went a little too far. Exactly. That's why I like having my toys here with me. They're really useful, especially for like drawing Transformers. It really makes it a lot easier to sort of, I don't have to really look at any reference at all for these streams for that, because I don't have to. It's like, oh, I have the toy right here. That's all I need. Go like this. No, it's a little bit off. Just going for the shape that the toy has. At least the basic shape of it. Like that. Then we'll have the turbine sort of sticking out here. All right. Then we'll just have another shape going down this. Or nope. There we go. And then we can have the wing sort of jetting off there. All right. And straight down. So, that angle. So, okay, that should be good enough for me to work from. All right. Are you going to stand up, Sky, or are you going to fall down? All right. Yeah. All right. turbine come down. And the foot. Okay, I think that should be it for inks. So, oh wait, I gotta do the gun here, but we'll do that after. We'll do that after. It's a little bit more tricky. Most important thing is just getting the basic sort of outline going and just do the stuff behind them last. It's usually the best way to do it. So we can erase you and you. I already see some areas I need to fix up. That's okay though. All right. Time is it? 4:48. All right, we already got them all outlined in under an hour, so that's pretty good. Or at least halfway there, because we still need to do the wings, but it shouldn't take too long. Which it might, because I need to kind of want to figure out the different pose for the wings, but hey, Demagini, holy shit. How's it going, man? Good to see you, man. Just working on some Decepticon drawing here while fighting my stuffy ass nose. Not too much. Not too much. All right, so I think we're going to get the gun going first. Should pull you off for reference. Not that it's going to be shown very much, because it's going to be in the background. It's going to be covered up mostly. So, all right. Oh, nice, dude. Should be good. All right, should be good enough. I'm just drawing basic shape in the background, even though you're not going to see it. It's kind of just important to have like that image in your head so that you know where everything's supposed to go. All right, should be enough. All right, let's figure these wings out. Then after that, we'll just touch up the figure. All right. So, I'm gonna pose my figure so I know what the shape of the wing should be. I think we're gonna have a just jutting out a bit more in the back, just to make them look more interesting. Or oh no, I put the shape up there. So kind of start from here. Here. It's important to have a starting point for the wings. Let's go all the way back in. Yeah, kind of like that. Holy shit, we got ourselves a butt. Hold on. The fuck? Block your ass. The fuck out of my chat, bitch. Troners. No punk. Where's Grumpy when you need him? My resident moderator. All right. Needs a little bit off here. Needs to be a little thicker there. Here's race. Oh. Decide which lines will stay. Oh. Didn't even see the text. Yeah. I just blocked him right now. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck he's trying to write, but whatever. I actually got this weird bot one time. I might have told the story before, but on Mara's streams, there was a release the air cut bot on her channel, and then I didn't really say anything too crass. I was just like, I just said fuck the air cut, because honestly, I'm not really the biggest fan of DCEU, so I'm just like, I don't care what happens to that movie, but I just said something very. I was like, fuck the Snyder cut, and then all of a sudden, like afterwards, like the bot comes to my channel, starts spamming release the Snyder cut all over my videos. I was like, the fuck's wrong with you, but get a life, dude. But yeah, that's no life of a bot, I guess. I don't know. Should be a little bit thicker. Bring it down just a little bit. All right. Here, actually, I'm going to try to straighten out the line just a little bit. All right. I'll go for Snyder cut until he calls us a bunch of cultists, and you can't. You can go D13, and yeah, I never really liked the guy to begin with. Honestly, I just never really liked the style for the DC universe as a whole. Just didn't really think that was the right sort of angle to take. especially since you're just building the DC universe, right? I think that they should done a more classic version of the characters and then do like an Elseworld storyline where you have this more deconstructed look at the heroes. Like the problem was for me is that they kind of try to use that as the basis of for what the DC universe should be, and I was like, I don't think that's the right angle. I think don't really think that represents the characters in the best possible light you could hope for them. So that's why I was just. Hey, look, I'm fine with the fans. I'm fine with the Snyder Cut fans, getting their way, like whatever. Like it's your movie. It's like fine, whatever. But I would have preferred more if they just went and just completely. Like honestly, they just need to do a complete reboot. Honestly, of all the projects, like I hope. Like, I mean, I'm glad that they're getting rid of a lot of projects. Like they canceled the Batgirl movie, which is probably gonna be a dumpster fire. So I'm glad they're kind of canceling a lot of these movies, but I'm not too sure if it's for the right reasons. So just kind of wait and see sort of thing. Because for me, I just like they just need to do a full on reboot. Like just reboot these characters, like start over. It failed. Like they should let Shazam and Captain and Black Adam be the last of the DCEU and just like start over from scratch. Like just go back to the more classic roots of these characters. Okay. I think that would be because my main issue also was that they used the New 52 as sort of the main sort of basis for the DC universe. I'm just like not really a fan of DCU or the New 52. So from the get go, I was already having problems with it. So I'm fine with darker storylines, but I don't think that you should really start out with the darker take on the characters. I think these characters need to be a bit more lighter and more inspirational and stuff like that. That's like kind of always been the point of the DC universe. Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like Black Adam's gonna bomb, which yeah. Not surprised in the least. Ooh, I'm not too sure I like that line work thing, but whatever. Kind of want to fix up that wing a little bit. Pick a story, stick with it. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I was kind of disappointed that the George Miller's Justice League movie was canceled. I thought that one could have been a decent film to start the DC universe off on. And there's some things I didn't like about the script that was released a few years ago, but I think that if you change some things in the script, I think you could have had a decent start for a DC cinematic universe there, but it actually felt like the characters and stuff like that. And it felt like the world of the DC universe. Yeah. I'm just I'm at the point of just indifference, honestly, at this point, with DC movies. I just don't care that much anymore. I'm perfectly fine with the DC animated universe being the only version of these characters, honestly. If we never get any DC movies, I'm glad, because I'd rather have no movies than, shit movies that kind of, don't really represent the best of these characters and whatnot. All right, let's touch up his face now. get our boy looking a bit more cleaned up. No movies would be better than anything from Hollywood. Yeah, I mean, for me, like DC Universe, like the woke stuff, yeah, it's a problem too. But like, I mean, I felt like the DC Universe had more problems before, like the whole woke stuff came about. You know, just and nowadays, I feel like people are just so forgiving of a lot of content. Like if they're not woke, it's like, oh, well, it's not woke, so it's okay. It's like, well, is the story good though? Is the characters good? You know, is the universe that's supposed to be based in, you know, being respected and whatnot? You know, it's because, for example, Transformers, like those movies were not really woke. At least until the fifth movie got a little bit wokey with some characters here and there. But for the most part, it was like there was no real woke elements. But those movies are fucking dog shit, nonetheless. You know, it's like you can't forget that stuff. Yeah, that too. Like these, you know, like the writing was just awful in those movies. You know, I just couldn't get into them. And it sucks too because I really wish that Brandon Routh got a movie or a better movie too. So I thought because even though Superman Returns was a very flawed movie, he did a really good job in that movie. Like of all the problems in that film, he was not one of them. I'll say that, and I think that he honestly, I kind of prefer him over Henry Cavill as Superman. I just think that he kind of represents that sort of a country boy a little bit more. You know, sort of a not country boy, but you know what I mean, like that sort of classic Superman sort of vibe. I just kind of found Henry Cavill to be a bit too monotone for my liking. He's a little bit didn't really have a whole lot of personality to work with, and I could have been just the writing and the way he was directed to, but he looks good as Superman though. I'll just give him that. But in terms of acting, I think that Brandon Routh is probably like if they were to reboot, I'd like to see Brandon Routh take up the role again instead. So yeah, bad writing is better than being called racist. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'll give you that. But you know, I'd rather be called, I'd rather be called a racist than as long as my characters were being respected and whatnot. It's like it's not the world we live in anymore. We live in a world where they need to push these identity politics, need to deconstruct everything that's come before. So yeah, it's the way it is. So I try to ignore everything as much as possible. You know, like I don't think I've watched the MCU movie since was it the Spider-Man movie? Not the newer one, but the not Far From Home, but it's one with Mysterio. I think that's the last one I watched. Haven't been able to watch any of the other movies because Endgame just kind of like destroyed it all for me when they did what they did to Captain America and Hulk and Thor. Like right at the end of their fucking story, and they just completely faceplant. You know. Yeah, I'm gonna pull a thicker pen. These lines. DC just had yeah. All right. Let's kind of clean up some of these lines here. It's a little bit messy. Actually, I used to have like really like messy ink work. I like to show off some of my old art because I actually was just kind of going through a lot of it this past couple of weeks, and because I was trying to reorganize my stuff here, and because I just got these new portfolios the other day to kind of house my art because my art's been all over the place, all over the house. So I wanted to have a way to sort of reorganize it and make my life easier. So I might have to go through. Maybe I'll do like what Macamee90 did, where he just went through all of his old art and stuff like that. Maybe we could do a stream like that. You know, maybe when we hit 200 subs, because actually we're kind of close to that. We're almost at we're at 788 or 90. I can't remember. But we're close to, we're close to 780 or 280 or 180. Fucking. I think I deserves a boomer moment. Hold on.
Amazing. A booby trap that actually catches boobies.
Earlier now. This nose is fucking me up. But yeah, that would be a lot of fun, though. You know, it'd be a lot of fun to do a little old art stream. You know, show off some of my old stuff. Which will mostly just be me ragging on it, just making fun of myself. Although I did find some other older pieces I might actually bring back and actually redo, just to update them a bit. So we'll see. All right. Okay. There. Same with Chris Eisenberg. Yeah, not signing his paychecks. Yeah. Oh, bad writing and vote for. It was a terrible move. Don't give a shit anymore about Captain America. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he kind of is. I think I'm gonna pull out a little bit even thicker pen because I think prefer the more bold lines. Yeah. There we go, much better. The 03 wasn't cutting it. And lucky for me, this character's all mostly black and silver, so I can kind of cover up my mistakes a little bit easier. It's like, oh, just a shadow. No worries, man. Last one I watched was Dark World. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that one was pretty bad. Oh, you know, I kind of fucked up this leg here. I think I made the shape of this side a little bit off, but whatever. Whatever. Yeah, the MCU has kind of been hit or miss for me, but for the most part, I felt like they had a really solid run up until I'd say Thor Ragnarok was where things really started to change. Although an argument could be made for it being Spider-Man: Homecoming, because I really hated that movie as well. I hated how they made like Peter Parker constantly chasing over Iron Man's affection or whatever, or approval rather. You know, it's just like it's not really Spider-Man to me. I always found like Spider-Man's supposed to be a more independent hero. You know, like didn't really require Tony Stark to be Spider-Man because he already was Spider-Man. He didn't, he's his own hero, and it's like he doesn't need Iron Man's technology or any of that. It's like he makes his own technology, like his own suit, and it's also really stupid when they had Aunt May find out Peter Parker was Spider-Man. There's no like repercussions for that, like especially after the events of Endgame. You know, it was just like, especially like that pissed me off about the Mysterio movie, the one with Mysterio. It's like she's just like high-fiving him and stuff like that as he's Spider-Man. It's just like, dude, your nephew literally just got snapped out of existence in the last movie, and you're just like, yeah, no big deal. Go fight some super villains and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, no problem. It's like, no, it's not. It's stupid. I'm gonna either zero interest. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Shit. I fucked that up. Oh. Easy fix. Easy fix. Sure, the wings should be a bit higher up. Let's do that. All right, that outline's there is done. So I'm just gonna touch up the body. Just making sure which parts are supposed to be chrome and which parts are supposed to be black. Not that I'm going to be coloring this piece at any time soon, or at least not on this sheet because I need to do that separately. That's how I roll. So I like to save the inks and then have a separate version that's colored. That way, I can come back to this. And I can always do like variants on this. Actually, I could always do a new variant. Like do like a Skywarp or a Thundercracker or a Starscream out of this. Or one of the Rainmakers, just like Hasbro, That's their whole game is they take one character, make them all, make a bunch of them with different colors, and boom, sell new toys. Very practical. Let's do a line there. I like to add a little bit extra, because I always go for a G1 more inspired designs when I draw, but I also add a little bit, like to add a little bit of a flair to them as well, just to make them stand out a bit better. Let's get this cockpit going. And you know why they call it a cockpit, don't you? I'm so glad I didn't see that movie. It sounds like a dumpster fire. Yeah, so I'll just black that all out. Fuck it. All right. Just finding some early shadows here before I go full shadow on this guy. I think I kind of fucked the hand up, but whatever. I think in the cartoon he had purple hands, if I'm not mistaken. But I think the toy I have has black hands, which I actually kind of prefer that. That's a bit more color contrast on his overall design. So I'm going to go with that for when I do the colored version, which isn't too sure when that's going to be. It's got a lot of things that still need to color. But at least I'll have a backlog of a bunch of stuff I can work on. There we go. time is it? 5:23. Yeah, probably go for another hour. I'll go another hour or so. Try to end it at as we. Because I think we're almost done here. Honestly, I don't think it'll take too long to do the lines here. Yeah, just the lines, or the stripes rather. And what's left is do some shadow work, and shouldn't take me too long. But yeah, I got a bunch of stuff I gotta finish off. I got the Grimlock I still have to finish. I have the Galvatron, the Ironhide, and the Fembots I did last week or last month, I think. Right? Or no, I think it was like in August. I might have been August when I did those. Need to work on actually finishing my projects. I'm just so busy with work. I just don't have time to work on them during the week. So I have to allocate my time better. Figure out a better time for them. All right, might as well just black this out. All right. Hate to me, but I'm watching. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. Yeah, I think that I found that because I usually have like the StreamYard and the YouTube open at the same time. But for this time I closed it up because I think it messes with the bandwidth on the stream. So I just found that the comments would come faster on the YouTube end, but in the end, it kind of ruins the video, and it makes it really difficult to make like a time-lapse video because if the stream is all fucked, then the time-lapse will be all fucked as well. So, all right, we'll thicken you up, so to speak. All right. Oh, you know what? I should probably do inner circle on that. Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger. Good enough. All right, now we gotta fix up the face of this because it's looking a little awkward. Because I didn't. So we're gonna thicken up the lines here. Make his eyes stand out. Fix his nose. And fix a nice big smile of his. Look how happy he is, blowing away an Autobot off screen. Pure joy from this man or bot, con, whatever you want to call him. I think we'll just darken some of the eyes here. So give him eyeliner. tends to make the transformer look cooler when you kind of black out some areas in the eye, or around the eye rather. Helps make the eyes pop out as well when you do the colors for them. Ooh. There we go. All right. Let's see. Let's have the vents on the sides here. There we go. Oop. I think I missed an area here. Oh, shit. Went a little too far there. All right. So I think we got to do the windmill, or not windmill, the turbines on his little titty here, so to speak. Looks like titties when he has the little turbines in there. All right, we'll do this one. One circle down. And two circle down. All right, now we can black it out. First, let's just detail them up real quick. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Ooh. There we go. Much better. Double D boosters, exactly. Hey, men can have boobs too. Men have boobs too. Although you're usually unhealthy if you do. All right. I think we're done with that. Just add some shadows in the turbine. Yeah, it's a little awkward, but whatever. We can always touch it up back when we do the colored version, so it's not a big deal. Oop, fuck that up. There. it's time to add the stripes on the wings, and then I don't think I'll be able to. I might be able to mark in just a little bit of the Decepticon symbol on his wings there. Motherfucker. All right. Okay, so he has one big. This way to kind of go about this one: have one big stripe and then just cut in the middle because there's two. Because he has purple and like white stripes on them. So we'll just go like this. It's a little too thick. Too thick for my liking, which is rare for me to say. All right, should be good enough. Kind of thought that the wing is not as didn't really look all symmetrical. So another thing we can fix up when we do the color version. All right. All right, now we need to get the ruler. And 3. I actually don't think I really need a ruler for this one. Yeah, it should be fine. Ooh. All right. Yeah, it should be fine. It's gonna be black wings, so it's all good. All right, now I just need to cut them in half. Boom. All right, I think that should do it for the wings. Yeah, I think we're gonna ignore the symbol because it would probably be covered up anyways by the arm here, so you wouldn't really see it. So what time is it? 5:30. So we'll go for another 30 minutes. And we'll spend the time just inking, doing some detail work, and maybe some shadows. And we'll call it a wrap. The noise makes my nose is starting to clear up now. Maybe we'll do a little tour of some of my portfolios. How about that? We'll do a portfolio tour after I ink this guy up, and then we'll kind of call it a wrap. It'll just be more for the now for those portfolios. It's gonna be for the more recent pieces I've done. Well, in the past couple of years, I mean. So you will see some old ones, but not too old ones. I'll just say that. There's a lot of like really. There's old ones and there's like really old ones. You know what I mean? So we'll do a little tour, just a very quick one. It'll just be of the ones I felt were worth displaying in the portfolio because there's way more that won't be shown. So I'll save that for my 200 sub celebration, which hopefully we can reach it by the end of this year. I'd like to accomplish that, but if not, I will. If not, we'll probably be there close enough anyways, or soon enough, because close to 180. So we just need like at least 20, 25 more people to sub. That'd That'd be cool. That'd be cool. All right, we'll do the portfolio tour in just a minute. Oh, we still need to fix it. We still haven't done really the background yet, have we? Yeah. Oh, you know, I didn't into the effect here. God damn it! All right. We'll do it for the colored version. We'll save it for a colored version. Do it in post. Do it in post. Here, just thicken up the head a bit. Just make it stand out from the thingies. All right. Yeah, I shouldn't have blacked this whole section out. There we go. Makes it look a bit more sharp. Okay. So I'll pull the brush pen. Nope. So one. Let's do some quick kind of define our blacks real quick. Did you see the news about Blade? No. You'll have to fill me on that. I'm not too sure what's going on with that. I'm guessing something bad. That seems to be the norm nowadays. I wonder if Mara's still alive. Can't really check right now because I don't have my YouTube pulled up. But she's been roasting Rings of Power all day, so or since 2 o'clock. So, which I don't even know why she's still watching that. I sometimes question some of these people, not that I have any. I'm friends with these guys. Don't get me wrong, but I question why some people just like put themselves through that torture of just watching some bullshit when they know it's gonna be shit. You know, it's like it's gonna be bad, and you're still watching it. Yeah, it's like putting your hand in a rattlesnake cage. It's like it's not gonna go well, buddy. It's not gonna go well. You know what's gonna happen to you. Alex was supposedly is pissed and doesn't want to do the movie anymore and quit. Oh, I see. I'll just block the whole thing out here. Let's see, forearms are black, so let's black that out. And put some shadows on the joints, and yeah. Should I do shadows on the inside? Leave that for now. Yeah, I probably should. Yeah, it should be shadows here. I'll just black it all out. Fuck it. Oh, it's Kirby action scenes in the script. That's only 90 pages long. Holy shit. Yeah. Sounds like Fanforstic all over again. That movie is so fucking bad. There we go. Motherfucker. All right. Okay. Okay. Time is it? 5:50. Ooh. But in the first, there's no way you can Disney ain't gonna make a worse movie than Blade 30. Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of how they operate. Make dumb decisions and they act surprised when they don't go well. And they call us racist, call us sexist, blah blah blah. Yeah. Whole 9 yards. It's kind of their MO now. It's just the wings, and that should be it. I'm not gonna worry about doing the background or the effects here on the legs just yet. Don't think I'll have time for that. Oh shit. All right, I think we're ready to call it quits on this guy for the night. I think we got what we need to do. Done. My boy Skywell up here. Actually, I might just hold on. Not yet, not yet. Almost there. A little awkward there. All right, that's better. That's better. All right, we got Skywarp done. Looking pretty decent. Obviously, you gotta touch some things up here and there, but for the most part, I'm pretty much satisfied with this guy for the time being. And so we'll come back to him at a later date to do coloring probably. I want to get some of the older pieces done first before I color this guy because I still need to get those guys done. But as promised, I will pull out. Let's do 3 of my. Let's draw something. We'll do 3 of my portfolios. Let's move this guy off to the side. Move you off to the side, so I'll knock you down. We'll start with this guy. We'll start with this guy. So you might see some familiar faces in here from past streams. So this is for my 7x10. This is a 8x10 portfolio sleeves, but I couldn't find the 7x10 inch paid one, so I'm going with. I'm gonna bring the camera just a little bit so you can see better. Yeah, there's a Green Goblin. We did this one last year, which was a lot of fun. We got ourselves a Black Cat and a Storm. We got Springer and RC we did last year, and obviously our Starscream in his coronation getup. So looking pretty decent. Pretty decent. And we got our Shockwave. Got Shockwave here, and I think his leg is a little bit too thick here. I think it should be a little bit shorter, but overall, I think it's pretty decent. I think it should be. I kind of wish I did a different shade of purple on this guy, though. I think I should have done a different purple. But right here we got Galvatron transforming, or Megatron transforming into Galvatron here with the little effect here that we saw in the '86 movie. And we got Nightbird, which I did on my birthday last year. And then April O'Neil and Carly Spencer, kind of the two. It's kind of like a crossover between the two main chicks from Transformers and TMNT. So just had a little sexy piece with them. And then we got Darth Talon and just this Justice League thing I got from I think it was from like a loot box type thing a while ago. So I haven't been able to find a place for this thing, so I just pop it in here for now. But yeah, that's the first portfolio. The rest still needs filling out. This is I mostly got this for the 7-inch pieces. I don't really have a whole lot of 10-inch or 8x10 pieces, so that's perfect. That's the purpose for that one. So now here is some of the more recent ones. Right here, we've got Megatron versus Prime. We did, I think, that was probably at the start of this year, I think. Really happy with how this one turned out. It's probably one of my favorite ones I've done. We got ourselves our Incredible Ladies. We got Violet and, hold on, the light. Oh, it's shining all over her. Hold on. There. That's all right. Whatever. So we got Violet. We got Helena, all colored up. We did these ones. I think in March. If I'm not mistaken. We got Jean Grey and Six Shot. Actually, really happy with how this guy turned out. I actually really just like the face on. I think I did a pretty good job on, honestly. Yeah, it's a very simple piece here. Yeah, just a very simple character shot. On Cybertron, we got the moon base, we got some Seekers in the air. Yeah, just a nice little piece on him. And we got Bubblegum Curls, which I still need to send up to Mac. Probably just because I'm trying to organize all the things I want to send out to some people, and then just send them all out in one day. So I'm kind of just holding on to her until that day comes, which will be probably next month, maybe. Hopefully, I really want to send them all out next month to some people. And I also got a Harley Quinn that I drew and colored on Talk Nerdy to Us when I was a guest on Mara and Steph's channel for a bit. I kind of just colored this while on there, so that was pretty cool. And then we got Ultra Magnus and Star Saber. Yeah, two big boys in the Transformers lore. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I also gave Magnus the Magnus Hammer from Animated, even though it's a G1 sort of a stylization of the character. But the hammer's cool. The hammer's cool on Ultra Magnus, so I gave it to him. Obviously, got Star Saber, which I actually did a commission right after finishing this guy for a Star Saber battle with where it was a G1 Star Saber versus a IDW Star Saber, because in IDW Star Saber was kind of a villain type character. They kind of reimagined him as a villain, whereas G1 he was a hero, and so I kind of did a versus battle for someone who wanted to see that. So yeah. Then we got our Predaking and Nemesis Prime, two very recent pieces we've done. I kind of want to come back and touch this one up. I still need to finish it up. Like just the shadowing just haven't really done much on the shadows here, but overall I'm still pretty happy with the way Predaking turned out. Obviously Nemesis Prime, I'm really happy with how I really love the lightning, the purple lightning with the red like flaming sword or axe rather. Just looks really cool. And we got some more Disney ladies. We got Mulan and Nani with a little sleepy stitch. Little stitch there. I like this one. Actually, I was really happy with how this girl turned out. Really loved how Mulan came about here. And we got one more. Oh, I can't show that one. That's Patreon content. I can't show that. And it might get me flagged. Let's see. All right, so we got one more case. I have to be careful because two of the pages has some stuff I can't really show just yet, but we're going to get into some of the older streams we've done at the very start of the channel. So we got our Soundwave. This is back when I was doing watercolor pieces, which I haven't really been doing in a long ass time because I just wasn't really happy with some of the effects and the outcome of some things. So, but here we got Soundwave. No, it's not furry artwork. Subscribe to the Patreon and you'll see what I mean. Because I only have one piece of content on Patreon right now. I'm just like too lazy. I'm so fucking lazy. I need to find just because I don't know what kind of content I want to do there. Because I started out doing okay, it was NSFW related stuff. I'll just say that. But I just don't know if it's really that kind of content's really for me. I was kind of doing it because I was like, maybe this might be a good way to make money or whatever. But I was just like, it's not really me, not for me. So, but yeah, we got Soundwave. We got our Betty and Kathy Kane. We did. We got a Green Lantern. I did. This is before. This is not on stream. Some of these I haven't done on stream. These were just ones I started doing just as a practice for a watercolor. But we did a Green Lantern here, which it's all right. It's all right. I could probably do a better job, but yeah. We got Katana and Emma Frost with extra large boobies. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of realize now they're might be a little bit too big, but yeah, which is rare for me to say. I think they're like H cups, but yeah. Can't see myself going to Patreon because of Jack Conte. He was awesome. And yeah, exactly. Then we got Hot Girl and Mystique. We did last year, which I'm actually kind of happy with the way Hot Girl turned out. I actually still have the original ink, so I might actually do like a Copic colored version of this. But overall, I'm still pretty happy with this one. I still like it. We got the Optimus Prime, the first Transformer we did on this channel, which is a little bit dated, but whatever. And we got, obviously, Megatron, who has a little bit too long of legs. I think they should be a little bit shorter, but proportions, you can't really fix them all. But I'm still pretty happy with the pose, at least. I think it's a really sharp image of Megatron here, so Frost is perfect. Then we got the Megatron and Optimus Prime Yin and Yang symbol I did, as well as this Rogue piece I did, which is when I was very early on when I was first starting out with watercolors as well. So you're going to find out. I'll point out which ones are Copic and which ones are watercolor, but most of them are going to be watercolors here. Let's see, we got Supergirl. Not too shabby. I think I could have done a little bit better on this, but also we got Bastila Shan from Star Wars Old Republic. Very nice. Or KOTOR, rather. And we got Cassandra Cain, Unmasked, as well as the Dark Phoenix, which, ignore her fingers because they look awkward, but whatever. The hair looks nice, though. I think the hair looks nice, but other than that, I think the face. I actually like the face on her, but I could probably do a lot better with the fingers nowadays. So there's Cass and Jean. Let's see, we got Ayla Secura. This is when I first started out using Copics, I think, or was it? Yeah, it was. Was it this one? No, I don't think so. No, it was this one. It was these ones I started using Copics, but yeah, we got Ayla, we got Jaina Solo. And now we're going to do some of the more recent ones, or the ones I did during Christmas, which was, I basically did this thing where I went around and asked a bunch of my friends and stuff like that, saying, hey, you can request a character because in December last year, I did this thing where I did a stream almost every other day. So, because I had a whole week off of work. So I was like, okay, well, I'll spend a whole week doing draw streams. And the theme of it all was Batman villains. I was doing a lot of Batman villain pieces. And so these are some of the ones I had. Now I sent one off to Mara because that one was her request and I kind of gave it to her as a gift for Christmas. But here are some of my favorite ones I did. So we got Bane, very Nightfall inspired. I think it's pretty much his best run, honestly. My favorite Bane story of all time. And just a really cool, sort of he's on top of Arkham Asylum here, just holding the bat cow with the symbol as it was in the comic, even though it makes no sense logically, but it's a cool image. So, and obviously got my beautiful Poison Ivy. And probably one of my more proud, honestly, drawings of a female I've done. I think it's probably one of my better ones. Then we got Mr. Freeze. This was one of my favorites as well that I did. I was really happy with the way the ice and the snow here kind of turned out. Then we got, obviously, the Riddler, which was... Actually, I'll say who requested these ones. Or not this one, but this one was requested by Mads and Mama Bear and Mara Jade Shadow. So they requested this one. Bane was requested by me, as well as Mr. Freeze, because Mr. Freeze is my favorite Batman villain of all time. So I felt like I had to do him. And Riddler was requested by Steph, Minority Home. So there's the Riddler. Went for more of a kind of Jim Lee animated series sort of vibe with this design. Yeah. And then over here we got Ventriloquist and Scarface. I did kind of I want to go for like a more noir sort of a look for them, like kind of a. So I just used only like toner gray. So I just used the gray tones only for this guy, just kind of get that little effect here, because it kind of gave me, because those guys just kind of they sort of give out that vibe, that 80s, that classic sort of noir, gangster film, sort of a style, So, and this was actually requested by Lethal Lightning. So, and we got Talia al Ghul with Batman creeping up on her from behind, doing God knows what, because I kind of started this drawing without Batman involved, but I kind of figured it was a little bit too plain when I first started it. So I was like, let's put Batman in like the reflection of it. That'll make it look a little more cool. So, and this was requested by Riot Kitty, our very own Riot Kitty. So, and obviously she's in like Nanda Parbat and enjoying the sunset. You thought a good idea? Yeah. You had a good idea. every now and then. No, I love Lethal. He's a good dude. Ooh, I can't show that. Can't show that. And over here is some more older pieces. So we got our Thanos versus Larfleeze, which you might not be able to tell because of all the squiggly lines and stuff, the energy lines. But I did this piece a while ago, which I forgot to sign this piece, so I don't know when I did this. So my dumbass. I sometimes forget to sign them, but yeah, this is Thanos fighting Larfleeze, and there's a lot of the. Yeah, I kind of saw I think the reason why I did this one is because I was inspired by a couple, or not a couple, but a. It's one of those versus channels where they kind of pin a Marvel or DC character against one another, and one of the ones that kind of stuck out to me as being kind of interesting to see, or what would have been interesting to see, was Larfleeze versus Thanos. I was like, that's a really cool concept there. It's a really cool idea to have this guy who's all greed. It's I just imagine that fight would be kind of cool. This guy who has all this power and he's trying to get the gauntlet and whatnot. It's just a really cool fight I would like to see. And I made it happen here. And I actually have some little Easter eggs. There's a Gamora stabbing his leg, and you got not Gamora, that's Nebula, and then this is Gamora right here. She's kind of covered up by the lightning or whatever. But yeah, I have him so it kind of implies, and there's a little bit, and because it's Larfleeze, it kind of implies a little bit of a story behind it that he killed these guys. Because you know how Larfleeze works, the Orange Lantern ring, it basically traps whoever he kills. If he kills an alien or whatever, or someone or whoever, basically their essence becomes part of his power, and he can conjure them up and to serve his will, at any point. So it kind of implies that Larfleeze killed these two. Now Thanos is pissed. So, and he's trying to get the gauntlet. He's using all these different constructs to kind of stab and grapple onto Thanos while he tries to pull the gauntlet off and steal it and use it for his own. So, yeah, Larfleeze versus Thanos is kind of an interesting concept. I'd like to kind of. I think a really cool fight just to watch, honestly. Death battle, get on it. Now, obviously, we got a little Galvatron headpiece here, which it's just all right. It's all right. That was when I was first starting out with watercolors as well. So then we got Cassandra Cain and Tim Drake. We got Ahsoka Tano I did a while ago. This is actually when I was first starting out doing the Bruce Timm style. I got one of those how to draw books, and I was like, oh, let's draw Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Cain never got into the animated series. I was like, oh, let's put her with Robin, and let's give Robin his more classic outfit from when he was first starting out, when Tim Drake first came about. Because I think he had more of a Jason Todd not Jason Todd, but he had a very different costume in the. He had more. I think his costume looked more like his 1 year later skin, or not skin. His costume in 1 year later, rather than the first appearance skin. But whatever. But yeah, I went for the classic green red. So then we got Ahsoka Tano, which Then we got some Atrocitus pieces. 2 Atrocitus pieces I loved. I used to love drawing Atrocitus. He's one of the coolest characters in DC Universe, and I used to love drawing him all the time. This was back in 2019. Didn't write down when. I'm pretty sure this is 2019 as well, but this is back when my inks were still very messy. So you can see the symbols, not got a bunch of line work in it, and it's a little small too. Just notice that. But yeah, this one turned out pretty well. He's just a fun character to draw. You can just do just about anything with him. You just have him just ripping someone's head off and stuff. And we got, last but not least, we got Jessica Cruz and Wonder Woman as a witch, which I drew on Mackie 90s channel last year for Halloween. So kind of give her sort of her classic costume, her classic George Perez costume, but with sort of the colors of your typical witch character, as well as a green tint to her skin tone. Just a little fun piece to do. So And I think that does it. And these are all my 9x12 pieces. So, yeah. And I can't show that page. So, oh, wait, I didn't show these guys. What the fuck? Did I skip over these guys? Oh, I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. Missed this page. We got my Arkham Rejects and Clayface. And these guys were requested. Well, these two in particular, they were requested by Grumpy Old Ninja. Then I added him in later as my own little thing. And I kind of called it the Rejects because when I was constructing this piece, I was just like thinking in my mind, because when you're drawing, you sometimes kind of create a little bit of a backstory to your drawing. And so for this one, I was just like, well, what if like there's like a storyline where Batman's like most dumbest villains, his most like loser, like all the loser Batman villains all decided, you know what? They all came together one day and they all decided to make a little team, like make a little villain team where, you know what, we're all shit on our own. Like Killer Moth, I get my ass kicked all the time, but you know what? If we all team up, maybe we can do something against Batman. So, and that's sort of the idea. I was like, well, what if I like had like the, like the Clock King and Condiment King and Killer Moth and all these other like loser Batman villains, just have them all team up to take on Batman. I was like, it's kind of a fun idea. Like it sounds like an idea like that would be on like the animated series or the Batman cartoon. But yeah, that's my brilliant movie idea. Trademark it. If you do at DC, I'm going to sue you. Just kidding. But yeah, here's Clayface. This was requested by Mackie90, which I actually really was happy with how this guy turned out. I just really love the face on Clayface here. I think it's really, really cool. But it'd be better than the current shit. Yeah, it'd just be a fun idea. Because I think that's what's kind of missing a lot of superhero Batman stories, especially nowadays. It's like everything's like a little bit too serious. I miss the time where Batman could be dark and serious, but also have a little bit of fun. So that's what I was kind of like thinking about when I was like, let's have a more fun Batman story. Let's have him like just have all the loser Batman villains team up, and then they're just gonna, and maybe they could actually be an actual threat because now they're using all their weird ass abilities against them. So let me just check to make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. Okay, I think that's it. And I also did a Man-Bat, but I gave that one to Mara because that was her favorite Batman villain. So I decided to do something nice for her. So yeah, those are my 3 portfolios. I have a bunch more pieces lying around in my drawer here. That I've been collecting over the past couple days, just from all over the house because my art's kind of all over the place upstairs and downstairs here. So. But yeah, so on that note, I think we're gonna wrap this one up. We're gonna wind this guy down. Let's grab our boy here. So we got Skywarp here, looking pretty sharp. And yeah, thanks for Man-Bat was awesome. Man was cool. It's a cool villain. So yeah, that's gonna kind of do it for the stream. Not too sure what I'll be doing next week. I'll try to get something. Maybe I'll do I might do something. I'll think about it. But I have a bunch of things that need to be colored right now, or transferred then colored. So it's kind of a process to get to the coloring stage. So, but yeah, there's Skywarp. Not too sure when this guy's gonna be colored up, as well as the other ones that still need color. But eventually we will get to them all. We'll get to them all eventually. So let's find a clip to end this off on. I think the more appropriate one is the drunk Decepticons because I think Skywarp's in that clip. So before we end off, I want to thank Boset, Demogeny, Jacob, Java. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I really appreciate you guys. I think can't remember if anyone else joined in, but. If you did, if you're watching and you're just like lurking, thanks for watching. And we will see you guys probably next weekend if I'm not working. So I can't remember if I am or not. My schedule is a little bit off. But, yep. Oh, nope, do not fall. All right. My guy's falling. But yeah, on that note, I will see you guys next week, possibly, hopefully. And yeah, let's get some drunk Decepticons for you.
Decepticons, a toast to the imminent destruction of the accursed Autobots.
Boy, these are good.
This stuff's the greatest. Those were the good old days back on Cybertron. Didn't have to sneak around in these ugly Earth disguises. Good old Cybertron, land of the metal moon.
Optimus Prime's gonna... Optimus Prime's gonna kick your ass!
I'm going to beat the shit out of Optimus Prime, and then I'll do the same to you, Bumblebee!
Bumblebee? I'm not Bumblebee. You're not gonna beat the shit out of anyone today.
Oh yeah?
You're yesterday's model Megatron, ready for the scrapping.
Oh, I've never heard that one before, Prime. Got any new material?
Junk! That's what you are. Junk!
Still doing the same set, I see.
Optimus Prime!
Well, Prime, that's big talk from a robot that can't even fly.
Oh yeah?
Do you need to borrow a rocket pack?